Hey everyone, welcome to Permissions Part 3. This is going to go over a couple of standard common use cases I've seen and requests for how to edit your world to just tweak the permissions slightly for your scenario. So the reason why we're in this world, I've cleared out a lot of stuff. This is a world called Gemini, which I hope to publish sometime this week, depending on how busy I get. The reason why we're here is because this is the first world where I needed to tweak permissions a little bit. The first thing you'll note is that if I open up my hand menu, walk.run is broken, as in I deleted the image for the walk.run image. It's not related, but the point is I can't switch out of walk.run. This world doesn't have fly locomotion. Interestingly enough, though, if I go over to session edit mode, which enables edit mode, I now have the ability to fly because I'm in edit mode. Edit mode is an extra state that you can put yourself into, which the permission system and other components can key off to figure out, oh, I'm actually editing this world, I'm not playing in this world. This is super important for this world in particular, but is also used in worlds like the Neos Hub, whereby the Neos team cannot edit the Neos Hub until they go into edit mode. It prevents any accidental manipulations of parts of the world. It's just really a good sort of system once you get used to how it works. The things you'll notice when edit mode is enabled is your grab spheres are turned on. This is where you can place to grab things, and your lasers are also permanently on. This enables you to kind of figure out, hey, what's going on with my world, and point at things a lot more precisely. It's also very loud, so you know, you want to go to a party or something, you've got glow sticks, I guess. So the other thing to note on edit mode is that there's a new option that will appear in your risk menu, developer mode. Try not to use this. I'll go over this in a different video. I just point it out because when people turn it on, it can cause lag, as it does a few weird things to the world that you might not expect. So I'll cover that probably in the next video, as I've just mentioned it. Let's take a look at how the locomotion permissions were assigned so that I could only fly when I'm in edit mode. So we're going to go back to walk run, and we're going to open Inspector. I've cleaned this world up a little bit from the releasable version of Gemini, just to keep things simple. But if you go into the locomotion modules, you'll see we actually do have a fly and physical locomotion, but I was restricted from using the the fly locomotion by the permission system. So if we go over here to the Builder Permissions tab, you'll see here I have locomotion permissions whitelist, and I have physical locomotion being allowed, and then I have fly locomotion being allowed, but it requires edit mode. This edit mode only checkbox is here. And that means even though I'm a builder, I need to be in edit mode to fly. So there's an example of one of the permission settings I've done there. If you go to spectator, you'll see here that spectator right here. Here, I only have physical locomotion. This means that users can't fly when they come to this world as much as they want to. They cannot fly. Only builders and above can fly, and only when they're in edit mode. That's an example of an applied permission setting. Let's additionally go over maybe a highly requested item, which is allowing an object to be used even though someone is in a spectator mode. Common one being a mirror here. So let me just spawn in a mirror. And so this mirror is pretty standard. So you click the button, it turns on. If I inspect this mirror, which has a button on it, so we inspect the button, you'll see here that the button is a touch toggle. So if I go to the top here, and in the tags for the button, I enter, let's say, spectator. And then I go to the permission system here, I go to spectator permissions, and I find touchable permissions. Under touchable permissions, I can add, under the whitelist here, I can add spectator. Sorry, there we go. Now, the spectator will be able to touch the mirror button here because it's tagged as spectator. And not only that, anything else within this world is tagged as spectator, they'll be able to touch as well. So maybe like a music dialog, or a settings, like a volume, or a quality. Those are other things we sometimes have, you know, like if the graphical quality needs to go low. So like in T-House, for example, we have the low graphics option. That's how you do that. The other thing to go over is tools. You can go more explicit in tools. I gave a little bit of a hint in it last time, but here you'll see under guest permissions, not guest permissions, sorry, non-builder permissions. In this world, I disallow all tools as a non-builder. This prevents the guns, it prevents drawing, it prevents camera stuff, it prevents like everything. Like they can't equip anything. But builder permissions, they're allowed to use all the tools they want. Those were two quick examples of how to apply permissions in your world. If you've got any other questions, let me know. I will help you to figure out how that scenario might work within your world. I have another world which I haven't published. I don't want to publish it because it's basically a troll world. It's called, where is it? Here it is. It's called Purgatory. Purgatory is a version of this world where I've edited it even more to completely restrict basically every permission I can. So if we go to Purgatory, you'll notice I have no hand menus, I have no item shelves, I can't move. I can spin, I can't move. I can also move in my play space, but I can't move. If I open up my inventory, as an admin I can spawn stuff, but as anyone coming to this world you won't be able to. It's a world that I've used and built to to test the permission system. So I have a yellow ball here. The yellow ball has a tag on it, which is like a random string that only I know, and I can verify because I can come in here and check the tag. And so if I get a white ball in my messages with that matching tag, then I know that you've somehow figured out how to break this permission system. It's quite rigid. I can't even jump here. I can't, like, I have no menus, I can't jump. I think I can respawn. Yeah, I can respawn, but I can't jump. I can't do anything, basically. Even in edit mode here, so I'll turn on edit mode. I still don't have any menus. I still don't have any wrist shelves. I'm completely locked out from doing anything. So if you ever wonder, you know, is the permission system powerful enough? Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything in this world at all. I think it by default mutes me as well. I was already muted, but by default it'll mute you as well, so you won't be able to speak. That's why I haven't published it, because it's a really, really trolly world. I hope that helps. If you've got any other questions on the permission system, do let me know.